Dating on the internet. Renowned face reader Barbara Roberts says
finding happiness and love through face reading.
Face reading.
Oh, okay.
Face reading. Like, could I learn to be a face reader?
you're one of only a handful of expert face readers in the country. The government, after 9/11.
After September 11th, I work with the government and then enter Monica Lewinsky years later, which is what I predicted.
And you can tell just by reading a person's face.
Yes, the left side of their face.
All right, the left side of their face. Well, let's take a look.
And this is like DNA that you're born with, right? Talking about eyebrows, shapes of ears, hairline, texture of hair, mouth, teeth, nose, and just we're going to look at
those facial features.
Facial features.
Are my eyes close set? Are my teeth large? I have large earlobes. These are called facial features. The mouth is right below the nose. The jaw is this area. The chin is here. The shape of your earlobe. My ears are. My eyes are.
One of the most infamous.
Okay, one thing before we take a look at OJ. Let's take a look then at OJ.
I followed his photos for the last 5 years. When you start seeing the white under someone's eye, unless it's caused by a stroke or accident of some sort, it indicates the person's out of control. World War II spies, outlaws of the Old West, murderers, felons, the dictator of North Korea, Jeffrey Dahmer, criminal.
Chris Brown.
The key we're looking for is irregular ears, and ears have to do with possible criminal tendencies. His ears are very tiny, and ears have to do with what you're hearing. If I'm saying ABC to you, he's hearing QPF. Very large ears, and large ears, which also the Pope has.
There you go. What about my big forehead?
The forehead of Martin Luther King. So the Dalai Lama, like Dr. Phil, which he also has, is love of animals and children.
Yeah.
His face is a pear shape, however. If your child has this one, and if your child has one of these eyebrows, it will show this about them. Like the people in Waco, perhaps. Sometimes young souls are criminals if the face is very poorly aspected.
One of those, in fact, the top one looked like a Christy Brinkley. I'm not sure if that was a face.
You know, I look at the whole face all the time because everything means something. Everything means something. Face reading, Mark, it's a 2,000-year-old system. Face reading, Christina, is a 2,000-year-old system of 2,000-year-old science. 2,000-year-old because it's a 2,000-year-old science. Abraham Lincoln was an expert at this. Aristotle. And I've looked at 10,000 people, 6,000 people, and been on 50 television shows. I've taught probably 350 classes, having looked at 6,000 people in my 25 years, 30 years, 10,000 people. So the thick eyebrows, 6,000 people, 25 years, 6,000 people in 20 years, 300 classes, been on 50 TV shows, 350 classes, 6,000 people, 25 years, 400 classes, 6,000 people, 25 years, 350 classes. So 350 classes for the Navy, Fortune 500, Wells Fargo. The U.S. Navy, Fortune 500, Jenny Craig. Did a lot of CEOs, 6,000 people, 25 years. The accuracy rate's about 95%. I have 20 shows on YouTube. At least 20 features to each person's face. So blue eyes, and there are 20 varieties of blue eyes. There are 10 parts of the eyes. There are 40 of those. These are called nasolabial lines. About 40% of terrorists. I'm marrying 10 men, all of whom are drug addicts and alcoholics. I'm the only author who divides this into 3 categories.
There are 4 kinds of faces that you have bottomed the,
And I'm the only author on this topic to honor all ethnic backgrounds. The only book that looks at people, honors them of different ethnicity. I'm the only author that has 62 5.5 ratings on Amazon.com. 200 in my book. 300 are in the book. I'm the only one who's been on 50 TV shows. And when I was on Tyra Banks, people check out my Tyra Banks show. I had the blessing of Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks.
Been on countless shows like Tyra, Tyra Banks, who works with that.
Marianne? Hi, I'm sorry. Hi, Marianne. How are you? So, Barbara, take a look at Marianne's face.
Well, to start with, and okay. This is someone who has a very fine nervous system, and that shows up in your hair, which could mean when you get overwhelmed, you might have digestive problems. So it's always healing and insight oriented, but the healing and insight. Always healing and insight. Looking for healing and insight. Healing and insight.
What I found most amazing, you talk about Soul Age, when they made the movie, one of the George Lucas Star Wars films, when they made Yoda, they wanted him to have these wise, wonderful eyes, and they used Albert Einstein.
Who is an older soul.
Isn't that incredible?
And Martin Luther King, spiritually, that when they left their body, consciously, their body never decayed.
Are you addicted to sugar? Kim Douglas has the answer.
What? Really?